You know what the fuck I'm saying? It's your boy Big Toe. We checking in. Episode 14, changing the narrative. And you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Big Toe. I'm back again, back again, back again. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry, man. I ain't fuck up the intro. I know a lot of y'all been waiting on episode 14. Well, guess what? Episode 14 here. You know what I'm saying, man? You know, man, we've been putting in a lot of work over here at the Laboratory Podcast. Another great episode coming up, man. We go dive into a whole bunch of real topics. Cause you know that's what we do. It's not about the microwave shit, it's about getting into the real shit. First shit we gonna address is an infatuation with negativity, man. People are infatuated with negativity. You ever realize when you come at people with positivity and stuff, it's like, damn, they don't really care about that. But if you come to your friend and tell them that somebody talking about them or something negative is going on, everybody is just so much more intrigued by negativity. And I think in our climate, in our day and age, it really tests your integrity. Because it's easy to go on or hop on a camera or hop on your social media page and post all negativity. People are gonna comment. They gonna tune in all day. But when you doing positive shit, you really see how people act. People rather talk about YouTube couples, relationships, this negative thing, that, this, that. But when it's time for positivity, when you got something good going on, when you start your business, when you post an accomplishment, who really show you support? People are so infatuated with negativity because it stirs up conversation, and we just so used to paying attention to the shit that's not going well other than highlighting the things that are. So you have to ask yourself, am I infatuated with negativity? When somebody says, I think that you look good today, do you say thank you? But if somebody says, I think you look bad today, would you trip the fuck out? Like, really ask yourself, what's your infatuation with negativity? Because this whole generation, we hop on Instagram, Twitter all day. We give whole think pieces. If something is negative, if something is positive, people don't have too much to say. You feel me? Are you infatuated with negativity? Are you stuck in that bubble, that cycle of everything negative that happens? You have an opinion. You want to engage in it in some way, somehow. You want to be a part of it. But see how many people care about it when you put out something positive. See, if you start a scholarship right now and post it online, all the people who would DM you if you posted about this latest trial, this latest NBA player doing this latest rapper doing. See how many people are commenting and actually show you some love and appreciation. It's a constant cycle of being infatuated with negativity. Even in our personal relationships, we might as well we'll take time to highlight everything that's going wrong. Oh, you don't communicate well. You don't do this. You don't do that. You don't do this. But do we take time to say, dang, man, I appreciate my brother for sitting here and helping me record my podcast. I appreciate my girlfriend for spending the time she spent with me. I appreciate my mama for even like having me. Like, do you even take the time to appreciate and highlight the positive in your life? Or are you infatuated with negativity so much that you point out everything that's wrong, but you can't highlight one thing that's right? And I tell you, it really starts and it makes people not thankful for the life that they live in. J. Cole said it best, man, no such thing as the life that's better than yours. And if you're infatuated with negativity, you'll never be able to discover that peace and true happiness in your life that's going to help you get over the hump in those times of darkness and need, because we all have them. But sometimes we drive ourselves to bad times because we want to talk about the bad so much. We so stuck on it. Hey, bro, y'all hear them cars going past? Your boy really in the hood. You feel me? But we so infatuated with the negativity. I just wanted to start off with that. Ask yourself, am I infatuated with negativity? And it's just that people are more attracted to negativity. That's what it truly is. Now, I'm going to take this walk with y'all. I've been going through trying to get the podcast promoted more and more. I got things that I want to do positive in the community, all of that. Think about the platforms and the people that we uphold to a standard, people we prop up. If you post your business and you hit up a company, a big company, let's say they one of the biggest promotion pages all on Instagram, and you like, man, can y'all post me? They need $1,000. They need $1,500. They need $2,500 to post you to show you any type of love. And it could be a fellow black person that's even running that space, and they still need that amount of money. But if you go punch somebody on camera, everybody will post your shit for free. Do y'all remember the Sharkeisha shit that happened? The whole Sharkeisha, no. Y'all remember all of that? Everybody ran around posting that junk. If you shoot somebody on camera, If you punch somebody on camera, if you call somebody out of their name, everybody will post it to get a laugh, to get an opinion, to engage in negativity. People will do this all the time. You do something wrong in society, people will post you. They will make sure you get all the promotion you want. Some of our favorite stars and people who have came up, they came up off of something that was initially negative. But if they would have just asked somebody, hey man, can you just post my music just off the hell no. I need some money. I need some because look how much our society is geared towards that. It's people who they say, "Oh, I want to rap about good things in the community. I want to rap about getting back," but who want to listen to that shit? Who cares about it? And like I said, this is when it tests your integrity because it's way easier to engage in negativity and know that people are going to engage with your stuff. But do you have the integrity to stay positive even when the whole world is going in a different direction? Or are you a sheep and you going to run with everybody else because that's what's popping? That's what you heard. You feel, don't let that go over your head. Sheep hurt. You feel, don't let, I'm wilding right now. It's your boy Big Toe. You feel, my brother over here in the corner looking at me crazy. But what I'm saying is, when you realize people are more attracted to negativity, you have to change the way that you operate as a person. Because when you're not bringing drama into people, like you ever been a peaceful friend and people don't even come to you? It seems like they don't even talk to you no more because you got so much peace going on in your life. Because you're not into all of the bullshit. Like I said, man, people will post it. You crash out today, they gonna post it all online. You do something great, it's gonna be really quiet, man. People don't show that much love. So I want you to think about it. Are you staying true to yourself? Or are you just putting out what is gonna get you the attention? What's gonna get you the likes? What's gonna get you the comments? Because there's no integrity in that. I could get on here and talk about everything under the sun. This person did this person. Man, you know how many podcasts get on and they crime in the D. They tell everything. This person shot this person. This person did this. Man, we see the YouTube pages all the time. All they do is talk about who did what in the streets, read people paperwork. You see them videos, they get millions of views. It's like, oh my God, you talk about who killed who. Everybody's engaged. Soon as you talk about, man, what's your true motivation? You'll see that video get 100 views on YouTube. And it's because that's not as interesting as people as who shot who. But you gotta have the integrity to say, you know what? Am I gonna shine a light on the negativity that everybody else is doing, or am I going to have a platform that's different? Because that's what I found out about my platform. It might not be for everybody else because it's different. I'm not gonna go to the lengths that people will go to just to get attention and just to get the love of the people. Just for that, I'm not gonna go to those lengths to have to clout chase and do all of that. If you don't fuck with it because it's positive, you don't have to fuck with it. Everything ain't for everybody, and this ain't for you. I'm gonna say that everything ain't for everybody, and this ain't for you. If all you engage in is negativity, you have to dare to be different. You have to be all right being different. Because I got that one podcast, that one platform that people can say they can come to something and they can learn something from it. And even if they don't learn anything on the information, they can leave here feeling empowered to go do something to go make a difference. And that's what I build my platform off of. Not just being another source that shines light on negative situations. Even if we speak on it, we gonna make sure that we take something from it. Because no matter if we talking about somebody else, everything in life is gaining perspective. And when you look at it like that, you're going to be so much better in life. But don't be so much infatuated with the negativity. Because when you put that energy into your life, it spreads and it disperses and it goes into other areas in your life. But we gonna talk about that a little bit later. I ain't gonna get too much in the bag on y'all. It's your boy Big Toe. You already know what it is, man. We gonna get into the next topic. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into the next topic. But there's a lot of situations in life that you land yourself in. Like you put yourself in this situation. And I'm not saying this so you can blame yourself or beat yourself up about it all the time and say, I'm the one who put myself here. But when you think about life, you got to think about it as a chessboard, man. Make your next move your best move, and you got to think 3 moves ahead at all time. If you know these certain groups of people and how they operate, and you know where you going in life, and you put yourself around these groups of people, you know what situation you putting yourself in. Sometimes it's the people that we love and we don't want to accept the truth about them. I'm going to say that one more again. Sometimes it's the people we love most that we don't want to accept the truth about. It's friends that you love most, but you know they don't got your best interests at heart. You know that they greedy, they care about themselves, and you love them so much because y'all been around each other and y'all probably done been through some things. But you know that if they call you and they say, "Hey, can you go out to the club?" and you got an exam, they don't really care. They don't really care about your exam. They care about what they got going on. But if you continue to surround yourself with people like that and put yourself in situations where you're trying to acquiesce to other people's requests and you're not doing stuff for yourself, you're putting yourself in the wrong situation. And then when something go wrong and you get that feeling of like you you shouldn't have went anyway. You get that feeling. You feel me? And you got to know when you putting yourself in the wrong situation. Because sometimes we don't want to be honest with ourselves and say, damn, I did that to myself. We got to blame the whole universe. If you're not taking accountability for your actions, what are you doing? We can't just blame everybody else for the situations that we put ourselves in. If we put ourselves there, we got to take accountability. If you ended up somewhere you didn't want to be, you got to take accountability for that. Especially if this person was the person that that you knew they were before you went out with them. And I'll just be honest with y'all. It's because the city, if you know anything, if you done lived in the hood before, man, you know how shit work. You got to know your surroundings. You got to know who is who, what is what. And when you land yourself in them situations, there's not nobody else name that's going to be on that. It's you. My mama used to always ask me, hey, if they jump off a bridge, is you gonna jump off a bridge too? Your friends cheating in class or doing this or doing that. Guess what? They write your name on that report card. They write you. So if you think that y'all go do some shit together and we all go take the L together, it don't always go that way. It don't always go that way. You got to be honest with yourself, and you got to be honest with yourself about the people that's around you. We love everybody, but you have to know when you putting yourself in a situation to compromise yourself. And just because you feel me, you love somebody, don't mean that you got to sacrifice your own well-being to be cool with them. If you got to sacrifice yourself to be cool with somebody, you don't need to be cool with them. Because if they really cared about you, they would put you in situations to win. They would say, "Hey man, go home, do your exam, man. You don't need to be out at the bar tonight." But they give a fuck about themselves. Man, you need to come out. You lame if you don't. Man, fuck that. You feel me? People tell on themselves. You let people talk long enough, they gonna tell on themselves anyway. They'll tell you what their true intentions is. You just gotta be smart enough to listen, and you gotta be real enough to accept it. That it might be coming from a person that you love so much, but they just not thinking right. They just not on that right shit right now. And you can't blame them for being the person that they always are. You gotta blame yourself for taking part in their bullshit. But you know what? Fool me once, shame on them. But fool twice, you got to be honest with yourself. Reevaluate your circle. Think about the situations you putting yourself in to be unsuccessful. Think about the situations you put yourself in where you said, damn, I've literally put myself here because I knew this person was like this. Think about it before you make your decisions. Make your next move your best move. You gotta accept some things about people that you love. You even gotta accept some things about yourself in life. And you love yourself, but you know who you are. Think about that, man. Think about the situations you put yourself in. And then one thing I say is, man, challenging the ideology of your friends. When you come from a certain area, a certain section, when your friend group is made up of a very small group of like-minded people, you have to be the friend that challenges the idea of what's going on. Like, I would just say try to take a different perspective. Because I know we all have a different perspective for how we could be a friend to somebody. Say you have a friend, you in a great financial position. You done moved out of state, you got your bag now, you doing all types of things, you traveling all over the world, you find a happiness and peace in yourself. You feel me? You got a friend who he still stay in your hometown, you go back, you see him, you spend time with them, you feel me? That's might be what you feel like being a real friend is. But then you also got to think, maybe you experience a part of life that they ain't experienced yet. I think being a true great friend is expanding your friend's mindset of what they've seen. You know that you've done stuff that they haven't done. Go take them on that experience. It's a lot of us that we being successful, and it's sad as it says, we have some friends that maybe they not on that same journey right now. But you got to be able to see it to want it. And when you got a friend and you more successful than them, or like things might just be going better for you right now, I think instead of going back to your hood, going back to your set and doing what they do, The real positivity would come is taking them and showing them a different side of life they haven't seen because you allowing them to gain perspective. It's easy to sit back and judge somebody and point out and say, this person's this, they don't work hard enough, they don't do this, they don't do that. But to actually bring them where you at and show them the way you live life and the things that you do and your habits, especially when you know it's something somebody could gain from, that's what true friendship is. And sometimes you gotta be the person on the porch to challenge the idea and say, hey man, we about to go throw 1,500 at the strip club. Can we throw 300 of it in a scholarship for a kid from the hood? Can we go give some stuff to you feel me? You could be that one person that challenges the idea. And long as you being true to yourself, that's you. It might be people who look at you like you lame as fuck, bro. But at least you being true to yourself. Me and my brother had this conversation all the time. It doesn't matter. Like it's people who are they might appear to be weird to you. Their interests might be different to you, but you never corny if you being true to yourself. You could like Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't fuck with that shit. But if you like Yu-Gi-Oh and you walk around in that shit and that's your shit, long as you being cool for long as you being yourself, that's cool to you. And don't let nobody tell you no different. But you might have to be the person in your situation who challenges the ideas of the way that y'all live life. Because you challenge an idea helps everybody gain perspective and get some experiences that they might not have gotten. It's easy to think the traditional way of things go. Oh, I'm from this neighborhood. This how we think. This how we move. I'm not telling you change your morals and values. I'm telling you to think about the greater good. Sometimes think about how you can really help your friend. Think about if you helping them and you not really helping them. You enabling sometimes. Sometimes you're an enabler. You don't even know it. But think about when you do actions for people. Am I really helping? Or am I the one adding to the things that's plaguing our society, plaguing our community, plaguing our neighborhoods? Sometimes you gotta be the one. Sometimes you the bright star and you didn't try to land yourself in that spot. But sometimes you that friend that just think a little bit different than people. But if you conform to everybody, you're not doing nothing for your friends. You're not doing nothing for your people by conforming to what they see on an everyday basis. You do something for them by being a little bit different. You do something by them by inspiring them to see life a different way. You don't do something for them by being how everybody else is with them. The reason people are friends with you is because you're true to yourself. And that's what they want to be friends with Tori. They want to be friends with Big Toe. They don't want to. They don't want me to treat them how they other friend treat them. Because if they did, they wouldn't have. And if that is somebody who they just want a whole bunch of friends of sheep, I'm not that person. But I think it's some. I think it's some true gems in when you challenging your friends' mindsets, when you requiring them to think differently, and you not just going along to get along. Because it's easy to go along to get along. It's easy. It's easy. Hey man, yeah, bro. Yeah. You yes man it up. That shit not cool. That shit not cool. Help your people be better. Even if they don't like you at times for it, they gonna love you in the end. And maybe they won't. But you will know that you was trying to do the right thing. Instead of stop being a sheep, man. Stop being a sheep. Be somebody who challenges your community to think differently. Be somebody who challenges the idea. Don't be a yes man, because where does that get you at all? And you feel me? And by you challenging the idea, it's going to take you to change the content that you taking in. If all you listening to is shoot, kill, rob, shoot, kill, rob, shoot, kill, it ain't nothing. I'm not saying don't listen to drill music. Man, I bang that shit. That's my shit, man. Lil Durk, that's my nigga. I got a lot, but sometimes you gotta change the content you taking in. I just woke up last morning, like yesterday. My brother told me, like, man, bro, it's this YouTube channel on African American history. This shit crazy, bro. I gotta send it to you. It's a book that I'm reading. You feel me? And I like surrounding myself with people who doing different stuff than me. But you gotta change the content you taking in, cause what you taking in is what inspires your creativity. Some of y'all don't want to know why when y'all hop in the booth, y'all be rapping another nigga's lifestyle, and it's because that's the only thing you've never thought about rapping your own experience. Because what's cool to you is every time you hop in the booth, only music you like is shoot, murder, kill, shoot, murder, and you don't live that life, so you don't know that it's acceptable to rap anything else or to listen to anything else. Man, I just listened to that Brit Fight. If you want that album review, tap in with your boy. But you know what I'm saying, man? Expand your horizons. Change the content that you take in. Mix it up, man. You know how many times I done turned on some Lil Durk or some FBG Duck, and I go right back to the LMA, because I'm that nigga, you feel me? I go right back to the route, but you got to change the content of what you taking in if you want to inspire different lanes of creativity from yourself. You can't be one track minded and be like, oh, this is the move, you feel me? Because there's content out there everywhere, but if you want to learn something, go look for it. Instead of just being in your bubble and just scrolling and letting Twitter and Instagram dictate what you into for the day, go find something that's interesting to you. Change the content you take in. Because if that's all you into, that's all you going to be into. That's all you going to be into at the end of the day. If all you into is kill, sex, drugs, all of this shit, of course when it comes to you creating something, that's all you're going to be able to talk about. Change the content you take in because it makes you think a little bit differently, man. Read a book. If you don't want to read, listen to an audio book. But do something that changes the content you take in. Because a lot of this shit is poisonous. And it don't have any long lasting effects. And I'm not even saying you one of the gullible people that just because you listen to that, that's your lifestyle now, because that's not what it is. What I'm saying to you is if you want to be different and you want to think differently, you have to change the way that you take in information. You can't poison yourself with the same type of information all the time and think that you're going to be able to create something special because you only thinking in one capacity. Change the content of what you take in, especially if you feel yourself being depressed, being sad all the time. Man, times I found myself in depression, and I would look at the music I'm listening to, look at what I'm watching, and shit just had a very sad tone. And I'm like, I get why I'm so fucking depressed. All I do is sit in my room, listen to kill, 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 kill. I watch TV shows, kill, 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 kill. I do everything, and it's either surrounded by death, depression, sadness. Nothing is surrounded by peace. Nothing was surrounded by peace in my life when I was depressed. Nothing was surrounded by peace and happiness. Everything was depressed. It was shoot, murder, kill, sex. Shoot, murder, kill, sex. Shoot, murder, kill, sex. That's the only things I listened to when I was depressed. And I realized, like, Toy, if you want to change your mindset and see life from a different perspective, you got to change what you take in. And you got to change what you take in if you want that. So change the content of what you take in and just see how differently it is. And y'all don't even gotta fuck with your boy Big Toe. But you feel me? This already, you watching this and you done got to this point in the video. Well, you feel me? You already changing your content. Because I don't care if I gotta be that one source of positivity and my max is only getting 200 views on the video. Hey man, somebody gotta serve the purpose. And I'm not willing to sacrifice my integrity for some views or some likes or some comments. So change the content you take in and then report back, man. Tell your boy how you feeling. Another thing, and my mama told me this growing up. If you grew up in the hood, you know this. Man, trust your gut feeling. Trust your gut feeling. The city is so crazy right now in the summer. The initial gut feeling you get when you around somebody or you at a place or you better trust that shit. Don't run from your gut feeling. If you get a gut feeling that I don't need to be here, you don't need to be there. If your friends call you to go out tonight and you just know, like, man, this ain't the night, man. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. Trust your gut feeling, man. Because there's a lot of times we go against our gut, and it might not end in injury or death, but it ends in, we know that it doesn't end the way that we thought it was. You meet somebody, you like, I don't know about this person. That shit weird. Like, you feel me? You might just be somebody who keep going along to get along, and then something happens, and you like, I knew it. But if you knew it and you didn't act on it, what good is it? Let me slow that down for the people one more time. If you knew it and you didn't act on it, what good is it? If you knew it and you didn't act on it, what good is it? What's the point of knowing everything in life and you don't act on it? You know who the dumbest people in the fucking world to me are? And I'm going to just be real. The dumbest person is the person who has all the potential in the world. The person who sits in the class and says, man, I would have aced that test if I studied and didn't fucking study. If you got ability and you're not using it, if you got wisdom and you're not utilizing it in your life, you're selling yourself short. That's what you're doing. You're selling yourself short. Those are the dumbest people. The people who are preview to knowledge, the people who have a feeling, the people who have some intuition and allow public perceptions to stop them from believing in what they believe in and getting themselves out of situations. Just because they trying to be cool, they land themselves in a whole bunch of bullshit that they don't have to. But this is what I'm saying. When you get that gut feeling that something is right for you, when you get that gut feeling, you act on that shit. If something tells you, man, this is just so right, man, go harder, man. Go get that shit. If something tells you I need to back off, man, I don't know what it is. It just something don't feel right, man. And I know me, man, when I was a kid, when something was going wrong, before I would have my stomach could get knots. But I sit around and I stick around because I was scared of people be like, oh, Tori, you scared? You are you this, you that? Not no more. My grown ass to take my ass home if I feel that way. Trust your gut feeling, man. That junk don't steer you wrong. It don't. That first feeling of this shit ain't right, especially in the city. If you from the hood, man, you know when shit ain't right. It just feel weird. You feel me? And don't feel like you gotta stick around anywhere to prove how tough you are or to prove how cool you are. If somebody get mad at you because you trust your gut and you just not feeling it, fuck them. Fuck them. You move on with your life. You move on with your life. Trust your gut feeling though. That gut feeling, mama told you that shit don't go. Older people they tell us that shit don't steer us wrong for a reason, my boy. You gotta trust it. You feel me? Pay attention to the energy that you putting out. Like I said, I spoke earlier in the episode. First topic was people being infatuated with negativity. Pay attention to the energy you putting out. Where am I placing my energy? Am I placing my energy in more destructive things that ain't gonna really be there for me in the in the long term? Am I placing things energy in things that are gonna be successful and help me be successful in the long term? If you are doing that, clap it up for yourself. But there's some people who they pouring into some shit that ain't even right from the jump. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be able to be honest with yourself and be like, man, this shit is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. But this is what you got to know what you putting your energy into. Are you putting more energy into developing yourself or developing the people around you? Because you can't develop everybody around you if you're not developing yourself. The same way you challenge somebody's mindset, you need people that challenge yours. Why you think they say everybody, one group of friends can't do it? You need multiple groups of friends to be successful. You feel? Why do you think they say that? They say that because you need the people that you elevate and you need people to elevate you. Sometimes we get so stuck in trying to elevate the people around us that we not even challenging ourselves no more. Because we so used to being the person who thinking differently in the room. That we not even surrounding ourselves by people who think differently than us that's elevating us. So at some point we bring it takes us a long time. We strive, we work hard to bring everybody up. And then we realize we didn't neglected ourselves this whole time. Pay attention to what you putting your energy into. Because if you're not happy with yourself, that shit don't matter at all. The energy you putting out is extremely important. Because I feel like it really correlates with the energy that you take in. If all you put out is negativity, it's easy for it to come back to you. It's easy but when you put out positivity, it's sometimes you do something nice for somebody, they don't even say thank you. You like, man, that person rude as fuck. But you know what? You gonna get your blessing. You feel me? Well, y'all remember that song? Gon' get, gon' get, gon' get, gon' get, gon' get, gon' get your blessing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know, like, think about the energy you putting out. The energy you putting out. Where you're putting it into. Am I putting it into making myself better? With my friends, am I putting energy into helping them become better people and us hanging out and stuff? Or am I just going along to get along? Am I putting energy into my relationship? Am I putting energy into my friend? What am I putting my energy into? And what type of energy am I putting into it? Am I putting out negativity? Why everything keep going wrong? But I got an attitude all the time. I'm cussing people out. I'm cussing out fast food workers and shit. And I'm just sit there thinking like, why don't things go right for me? Every time I achieve something in life, all I do is throw it in other people's face and tell them how they just not as great as I am. But why ain't things going right for me? Why ain't things going right for me? Because my goals aren't motivated by the things that are sustainable. My goals aren't motivated by things that are genuine. Genuine. You feel me? Genuine for my people. Genuine. My goals are motivated by things that are genuine. My goals are motivated by greed. My goals are motivated by greed, and that's why things aren't going well for me right now. because I'm always greedy. Next time I get, the first time I get the new pair of shoes, instead of saying like, "Damn, I got these new pair of shoes. I work hard for these, man. I'm happy." You feel? I'm running in the group chat like, "Y'all bum ass niggas don't got these. You want to you want to know what? Y'all don't got these. I'm up. Fuck is wrong with you? If that's all you doing in life, if your goals, ask yourself, what is my goals motivated by? Is they motivated by peace? If they motivated by happiness, that a calmness that could go over my family, that we don't got to worry about stuff? Or are my goals motivated by greed? Because a lot of times when your goals are motivated by greed, you're gonna be stuck the same place that you are. Because I'm not trying to get spiritual on y'all, but I don't feel like God gonna allow you to get over that hump until you learn your lesson. You gotta learn your lesson. The reason why some people not elevating in life is because they didn't learn their lesson. You know, when you play a game and you're on the story mode, and you got to do this before you get to the next step. We didn't all played these games before. And that's like in real life. You got to check this box before you get to the next step. I'm not going to, I don't feel like God is going to allow me to elevate and be the man that I want to be until I accept some things about my life. Until I make necessary changes to become that person. And until you make them necessary changes, if your stuff is motivated by greed or motivated by the motivation that you about to go shit on everybody else, that shit not gonna work out for you. Pay attention to what you putting your energy to. You see how it all come back around? No, come on now, boy. I'm the goat at this. Hey, bro, you don't have to comment. I'm the goat at this podcast shit. I'm like Dave Chappelle. You see how I throw something out there? It go like 2 minutes and then I bring it all the way back around. That's a gift. That's talent. You know what I'm saying? That's talent. You feel me? Pay attention to who you around too, though, man. Pay attention to who you around. Who you around makes a word of a difference, man. I know we just spoke about this a lot of, but who you around, that shit make the word of difference. You feel me? And don't stick around nobody who not elevating just cause you familiar. Familiarity that just get us out of there. A lot of the times we think just cause we've been cool with this person forever, even though they do things that aren't right. And I'm not saying you gotta stop loving them and caring about them, even though they do things that aren't right. Ooh. Just because we've been cool for so long, we feel this undying loyalty to surround ourselves with these people, even though we know they don't do anything to challenge our mindset or to help us, or you feel me, they don't do anything to really help us grow. It might be fun, but we know that in the long run, they don't really do anything to help us grow as people. But we stick around them because we're familiar, because we comfortable, and we rather be comfortable than go out and be alone and maybe find our own new group of friends because that's just that's just not what it is. Some of us come from places where it's like we not as friendly or we not as trusting with people. So we stick with who we know because it's easier. It's easier to stick with who you know. Because at least y'all know that y'all abide by the same moral code. You can trust them to be there for you if things go wrong. You can trust certain things. You know what I'm saying? But what I challenge you to do is get uncomfortable and surround yourself with people who are a little bit different than you. And don't stick around people just because you're comfortable being around them. And I'm not saying you gotta text your friend and saying fuck you today and not fuck with them. What I'm saying is pay attention to who you around and the energy that they putting into your life. And don't just stick around because they comfortable. Because y'all gang, because y'all day ones. The reason why it's special when the day one survive is because through all y'all growth and evolution throughout life and evolution and elevation throughout life, y'all were able to maintain a friendship. That's special. That don't happen with everybody. Don't be calling somebody your day one and y'all just sticking around because y'all been friends since y'all was kids, but you know this person really don't do nothing for you. The true definition of day one is somebody who y'all went through the elevations, y'all went through the evolution of life, and y'all still cool through it. Not the fact that you just forced the friendship just because y'all been cool this whole time. Think about who you around, what you putting your energy to. And then pride leading to death. Think about all the times, man, in the city, this feeling that you got something to prove, and y'all hear the house phone going on. You feel me? That's how you know I'm really in my crib. You know what I'm saying? This the realness of the podcast. Fuck is wrong with you, man? Everything ain't cookie cutter around here. Everything ain't cookie cutter around here. You feel me? It's the raw authenticity. But what I'm gonna say is, it's a lot of pride leading to death in the city. It's because people feel this undying need that they gotta feel that they got something to prove. They gotta prove that they a real nigga. You gotta prove that you not pussy. You gotta prove that you tough. Man, let me tell you something. You don't gotta prove nothing to nobody but yourself. Don't be running around living by other people's standards. Cause you would never make other people out. It's always gonna be something else. Oh man, bro, if you really a real nigga, if you man, you gotta be real to yourself. That other shit don't matter. That shit could change in a minute. You do something for you say yes to somebody all the time. You the realest nigga ever. Soon as you say no, you fake. So if you living by other people perceptions about life and who real and who not and what's this and what's that, that shit is always gonna change. You have to define what's real to you and be that. And you know what's real to you? Being in places that help you grow, other than places that hold you back. Don't let this pride or this feeling that I'm not pussy. I'm a real nigga. I'm really this. Cause you can know that about yourself. But you don't have to inflict that on the rest of the world to try to prove something to somebody. Long as you prove it to yourself, it don't matter what other people think. They always gonna have some perception. It don't matter if it's derived from love or hate. Some people they always gonna have something to say. Why would you live your life and let the words of somebody who don't even like you or don't support you define the way that you carry yourself? Man, go do your thing. Be real to yourself. This feeling that you gotta prove something is leading to a lot of people death. And it's this pride that like I can't go out like that. I'm not and you feel me? If somebody disrespect you, you do what you do. What I'm saying is it's the unwanted, unnecessary things. It's the walking into the store screaming like, "Who want to scrap in here?" It's shit like that go on in the city, and it's like we don't need to be doing that. You don't have to prove dominance everywhere you go, man. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. You don't have to prove that you the toughest and you this and you that every time you step out. If you gotta do that, then it's really not. You feel me? They say it's in you and not on you. If you gotta put it on you so much, it ain't in you. Let me slow that down for you one more time. They say it's in you, not on you. If you gotta put it on you so much, then it ain't in you. Trey, should I slow it down one more time for the people? Yeah, they say it's in you, not on you. If you gotta put it on you so much, then it ain't in you. All that means is you not being true to yourself if you got to put on an act. If you got to put on an act all the time to try to prove something to some people, it's really not you. If you got to force it, it's really not you. And if you got to do that to be cool to some other people, you corny than a lot of people. You a corny person. You lame. And you don't have to stay that way. It's times that I've been lame and I've been corny because I acquiesced to other people's what they wanted me to do, who they wanted me to be. But I grew out of that. You can grow out of it. I'm not saying soon you do one corny thing and now you corny for the rest of your life. What I'm saying is don't let this pride shit lead you to death. Don't let the definition of bro I gotta be a real nigga, man. This nigga looked at me in the gas station, now I gotta shoot him. Don't let that I'm not put don't no, especially if you got greater things to go through in your life. Sometimes somebody having a bad day and they trying to rub it off on you, man. But don't let that shit happen. Just keep going on about your day. Keep doing you. Don't allow this pride of fighting to be this person that other people define that, oh man, if you from here, you need to be like this. Don't let those perceptions and those stereotypes lead you down the path of destruction. Choose peace. Lead yourself to a place of happiness. Don't let other people's perceptions and what they think about the world dictate the way you live and lead you to a place of destruction. That's where the phrase getting tricked off the streets. You let one person say one thing and they trick you. Now you don't get to see it. Now you ain't there for your kids no more. You ain't there for your mama no more. You not there for your people no more. Because somebody had the power to say one thing that you didn't even know. And you allowed that to change the way. Now this junk did altered the whole way your life is going. Well, you could just walk past and be like, you know what, man, fuck you. You ain't on that. You good. I'm good. Man, get in my car and pull off. You ain't on that. His tough stare wasn't worth me shooting him and going to jail for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Don't let other people's perceptions lead you to a place of destruction. And then appreciate the people in your life who are positive influences. Man, tell the people that you love them. You feel me, man? I love my brother. He helped me record my podcast today. Ever since he been home, we've been having real conversations. You feel me? And it's like we getting better as men because we able to be honest with each other, man. I love my mom. I love the people. Appreciate the people in your life who are positive influences on you. Like I said, we so distracted by the negativity. When your friend got some drama, this is you give all your attention to your friend with the drama. Instead of giving your attention to the friend that got positive stuff going on and texting them like, hey man, I know you got it going on right now. Go do that. I'm proud of you. Instead of sending those messages, we send the messages like, so what's the tea? What's the man? Pour into the people who positive influences in your life, because they gonna have times that they down and they gonna need you to pick them up, just like you gonna have times that you down and you gonna need them to pick you up. But appreciate the people in your life who positive influences on you, because it takes a lot to not let, especially when I was talking to my girlfriend about this. When you on a journey, all of us have wanted something before in our life. And if you've gotten there, where you've got that thing, you know what I'm talking about. Whole time you was racing towards it, it was people with opinions. They had stuff to say. They had stuff. They were doing stuff. They was looking at it like, man, they looking at it from the perspective of, why is my friend not spending time with me? But you're on a mission. Really worried about me spending time with you. I'm trying to get into grad school. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. But they couldn't see it because they could only see it from their perspective at the time. But when you go on that mission yourself and you see how just the slightest thing can distract somebody and take them off their course, even if it's for an hour, you know what? You don't look at them as just a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a brother. You look at them as a person. You be like, you know what? This person's on a journey right now. Instead of being this person who is motivated and so greedy to always care about my wants and needs, I want to care about my friend. I want to care about how they gonna get to the place that's next for them. And when you have people who went on journeys and is on a journey and is on a mission, they're more understanding. And they're the people who oftentimes they got stuff going on and things might not be going wrong. I mean going right now, but they on the journey and they still take their time to pour into your life. They still take their time to send that message like, hey man, I hope you doing good. Even though they got stuff going on and they know you working on something too. And if you don't take your time to appreciate that, it might be gone by the time that you realize how great it is. Let me slow that down for you one more time. It might be gone by the time you realize how great it is to have somebody genuine who is pouring into you, even when they have things going on, because they want you to be successful on your journey. Appreciate them. Send a text out. Hey, I love you. I appreciate you. Even if it's that short. It take 2 seconds. Even if it's that short. Even if you busy all day. Send one. Even if it's at a wee hours at night, you don't stop working till 3 o'clock in the morning. You like, I don't want to text somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what, man. Just send it. I love you. This is the best time I had to send it. I love you. Appreciate them people. Another thing, give back to your community. Like I said, so many times we put so much stock into to doing dumb shit. It's people we know. We go out there and we spend $500 on a pair of shoes and wear them once. You feel me? It's time. We've done a lot of crazy stuff as far as money. Take some time to give back to your community. Am I saying that people should feel entitled to your money? No, man. You made it. You did what you did. But I'm saying if you really care about your community, instead of going back and indulging in destructive activities, take some time to give back to it. Even if you buying some food, you buying a hot and ready, and you see somebody who they look like they just having a hard time in life right now. You feel me? Maybe they don't have a place to stay right now. Maybe you see them on the corner and you like, man, I could just buy them a $5 pizza. This might make their day. You feel me? Or like you just know the kid down the street is going to college soon, and you got some. You feel me? You got some old stuff. Maybe you got an old futon in your garage that this person can maybe use. You feel it's a lot of things we not use that we don't disperse to people who really need it. Take some time to give back to your community, especially if your community was a essential part of you becoming the person you are. Take some time to give back to it. Let's not just go to the club and throw $2,000, man. We could give a kid, we could give every kid on the block $10. You feel me? And let them get some ice cream that day, and that's good. We could just sit on the porch and talk to them. We can show love in a many different ways. But if you're not giving back to your community, how you repping a block of you? Oh, I'm from this and I'm from that, and you don't show no love to your place. If you go rep it hard enough and you go tie your self worth to this to this neighborhood and rep it hard and everywhere you go, you screaming out your zip code, doing a whole bunch of weird shit. If you gonna do that, I would at least think you would be giving back to your people. Because if you doing all of that and you ain't giving to nobody, then how is this really your block and you ain't did nothing for nobody? You only do shit for yourself, but you care so much about the community. If you really care so much about your community, take some time to give back. Shout out to, I forget bro name, but they just had 7-2 day on Puritan. Like that shit was fire, man. They had 7-2 day. They had people out there doing community service day. Man, that shit was hard as fuck. I was looking like, damn, bro. I wish I could do something like that in my neighborhood. That shit inspired me. People out there really giving back. You know what I'm saying? Do something for your community instead of just screaming it out and putting it in a song and saying how tough y'all are for being over there. Man, be tough enough to do something for somebody. That's what I'm gonna say, man. Give back to your community. Crashing out, like I said, man. Don't let nobody trick you out of your position. Make you crash out over a couple of words and stuff. You feel me? If I remember Charlemagne said, if you got to take a gun to be there, I mean, if you got to take a gun somewhere, you don't need to be there. Life ain't that simple. I tell you that. And sometimes you live in a place where you gotta protect yourself and you gotta move a certain way. But what I will tell you is if it's a time where you choose peace or choose something that's destructive to you, man, oft more times than not choose peace. There's a lot of people that count on you. You know the summers be hot in these dangerous cities, man. Take some time. Sometimes sit your ass down and just avoid any conflict. Spend some time with your family. Go hug your people. Tell them you love them, and don't allow anybody's perceptions about you to allow you to crash out and trick yourself out of the position off of your journey and your path to greatness. That's what I want to say. And then I want to say social media perception in life and real life is two different things. Don't just believe everything you see on social media. You feel me? Just because somebody posts a picture and a story with something don't mean it's true. You feel me? I think sometimes we don't take time to sit back and actually analyze the situation, other than just giving our opinion. And that's why we see people look foolish so much on social media. Something happened and they run out there, they got a whole think piece, and then 2 days later, it's a whole different element that you never saw with the situation because you were so eager to give your opinion that you weren't eager enough to listen to what was going on. Sometimes before you comment, take time to listen and think about it. Like, first of all, is it even worth it to spend a comment on this shit? You feel me? Like, is it even worth it to go back and forth and write a whole paragraph for social media about my opinion? If it is to you, cool. You might be a little bit different than me. But also just it takes some time to think like, man, some more stuff might come out about this. Let me take time to sit back and watch, other than just being the first person to comment all the time. Some of us chasing that instant reaction, trying to go viral so quick. We don't even think about what the fuck we saying. Think about what you saying, you feel me? And change the narrative. Change the narrative behind the way that you act with people. Change the narrative on you. You feel me? Change the narrative on your community by giving back, engaging in positivity, and watching your surroundings and being involved in things that's positive to you. Not being comfortable, allowing yourself to be comfortable, taking your friends different places, expanding people's mindsets, expanding your mindsets, trusting your gut, getting rid of that infatuation with negativity, man, and putting positivity all around your life. Let your people know that you love them. Shout out to my big brother. You feel? Shout out to Trey in the building. Shout out to hey Trey, you can say it. You can say it. You can say it. Trey in the building. All right, bro. You feel me? That shit was lame. I'm just playing. So shout out to my brother. Shout out to all y'all who watch this and tuned in, man. Every week we go give the positivity. We'll give the scoop. It's the Laboratory Podcast, man. We go take it to the moon. You feel me? And don't worry, man. You could be everything in the world, man, but you can't be Big Toe. And I'm out. Peace.